Okay, so this is the Sec 1 end of the year, 1 Express 2018 paper. So this was question 11 onwards on the chemistry segment. So let's start. So which step of the scientific process is indicated on the diagram below? You look here. Okay, do plants grow faster or slower if you talk nicely to them? This is like the question. Okay, if I talk nicely to a plant, it will grow faster than a normal plant. So this is like sort of like a guess. So this is actually a hypothesis. Now, so this is actually asking question. This is actually forming a hypothesis. If you look at all the options available here, therefore the only answer left is B. So what is hypothesis? Hypothesis is sort of like your guess, your prediction in terms of what would be the answer to the question that you're trying to find out. Okay, next. A substance of the following substance is following description, which has a symbol should be used. It says substance will eat away other substance. Actually, this term eat away is sort of like the idea of corrode. So whenever you see substance will eat away other substance, think of the word corrosion. So therefore, the only answer is B. If you look at the diagram carefully, you will realize that this liquid is eating this black color thing over here, and it's sort of like eating away the hand. So it's actually corroding the hand and corroding the item away. Next, question 13. Which of the following should be used to accurately measure 25.55 cm³ of liquid? So you can see here, this is 2 decimal place, okay, and we're measuring the volume, okay, because of the cm³ here of a liquid. So to measure the volume of a liquid, okay, definitely D is out because this is thermometer. Now, a beaker and a measuring cylinder wouldn't be able to measure up to the second decimal place. Therefore, A and C is out. So the answer left is burette. This is actually burette. Yeah, I think single. Alright. Okay. So question 13 is done. So burette measure up to 2 decimal place in terms of the volume of a liquid. Next. Gas X is denser than air and insoluble in water. Which of the following methods cannot be used? Now, gas syringe definitely, this is part D here, definitely, you can see it's a gas syringe. A gas syringe can be used to collect all the various gases. So therefore, D is out. Now, because it is insoluble in water, I can use the displacement of water method. Okay? So, if it's insoluble water, I can use the displacement method. Okay? However, because they ask you which method cannot be used, therefore C is out again. Now, if gas X is denser than air, it means that it will sink in air. Now, if it sinks in air, it means that when I put the gas in, okay, downwards, it will actually stay at the bottom. So therefore, B is a method that can be used to collect the gas. Therefore, B is not the answer. Therefore, which one of the method cannot be used? It must be A. So denser than air, sink in air, normally we'll use the downward delivery method. Insoluble water, normally we will use the displacement of water method to collect the gas. Therefore, the only answer left must be A, because this is actually the upward delivery method. Okay, next, let's go down. A student wants to find out how gravity affects a falling object at different height. So I say, sure, this is a physics question. No, this is actually not, because we are testing on the scientific endeavor. Nature of science is scientific method. So which of the following indicates independent and dependent variable? So the result of the experiment is normally the dependent variable. So how gravity affects a falling object. So which of these is sort of like things that you're gonna have a result in? Okay, independent variable is sort of like the thing that you are changing to affect the results. So if I say how gravity affects a falling object, okay, now because we are looking at how gravity affects a falling object, we were gonna how gravity affects a falling object at different height. So the key idea here is this is the thing that I'm gonna vary, because I'm gonna look at how the different heights affects the following object. Therefore, the independent variable should be the height of the object which is dropped. Okay, now, because it is difficult to measure the gravitational field strength, because it's sort of like you need to calculate in order to get it. Okay, there's no instrument that you can use to measure, at least in your syllabus you don't have. So therefore, these two are out. Hence, the only possible answer left is A. So you are changing the height that we are dropping, and by measuring the time it takes to reach the ground, you will be able to find out how gravity affects a falling object. Okay, next, question 16. Which of the following is a compound? Now, air is a mixture, so do take note of this. It actually consists of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and some noble gases, okay, such as argon. Not noble gases, noble gases, such as argon. Hence, A is not a compound. Salt solution is actually a mixture because you are mixing salts and water. So therefore, B is also not the answer. Sand in water is actually sort of like your mud or sandy liquid. So this is actually sand plus water. This is actually also a mixture. Hence, the only answer is C. Why C? Because carbon dioxide is carbon bonded to oxygen, okay? Or I should say carbon chemically joined with oxygen. So that's why, okay, carbon dioxide is a compound. Next, because ammonia is added in excess to copper 2 chloride solution, the deep blue solution is formed. Compound formed is terra-amine diaqua copper 2 chloride. The chemical formula for this is as follows. So how many elements are present? So look out for all the capital letters. So Cu is one of the element. Next is nitrogen, N. Next is H. Next is H again. So because H is repeated, so I'm not going to write H again. Next is O. Next is Cl. So you can see here there are total 5 different elements present in the compound. So answer is A. Which of the following method is used to break down a compound? So to break down a compound, there's only 2 ways you learn in your syllabus under chapter 4. It's either using thermal decomposition, thermal decomposition, or you're going to use electrolysis. So what are these two? You actually use heat, thermal means heat, okay, to break down a compound, or you can see here electrolysis means electricity. So therefore, the only possible answer here for 18 is D. Next, the diagram below shows a resulting mixture when liquid P and liquid R are mixed. Which one of the following is one of the apparatus used to separate the two liquids? So you can see liquid P and liquid R, they are not mixed. They actually form 2 distinct layers. So this is actually an immiscible liquid mixture. So to separate this, you're going to use a separating funnel. Okay. So take note, question 19 here, immiscible liquid mixture. That's why we use separating funnel. Which of the following best describes a liquid that's likely to be pure? Now, to know whether something is pure, typically we'll look out for whether it has a fixed melting point. That means it melts at one temperature only, or we're looking at it has a fixed boiling point. Okay, fixed melting point or fixed boiling point. Hence, the only possible answer here is C, because if it boils exactly at 125 degrees Celsius, this means fixed boiling point. Okay, so this is for the chemistry sec.